What's going on? Psych Perspective. Ask a Millennial. And I am here. And wait, I went through all of the different intros. Ask a Millennial is coming back. But this video, I'm making a decision. So 2022 is around the corner. I'm getting ready to go into my third decade of life. Hitting the big 3-0, Lord willing, ancestors willing, universe willing, good energy, good faith. October 15th, 2022, I will be turning 3-0. I will be 30. And there's some things that, have to be left in the 20s, okay? It is what it is. So, I made a video 2 weeks ago that I never posted, and I had meant to post, but then I was like, ooh, this might be a little, but I'm gonna post it. It's probably gonna be posted before this video, so this video that I'm doing right now kind of will make more sense once that video is posted. But in the self-care journey, I'm also going back to accountability. I have to be accountable for how I feel and what I allow in my life, who I decide to spend time with, to give energy to give resources to do emotional labor for. I have to be accountable to that. And in this self-care journey, when we talk about accountability, we really have to be accountable to ourselves, to our actions. Because as time goes on, you can't blame anybody for stuff that you constantly put yourself in, right? So I'm realizing again, I'm in a situation where it's just like, I'm tired of dealing with people who I'm not getting anything out of it, right? Like, I'm tired of dealing with people that are essentially looking for meal tickets and sugar daddies and sugar mamas and basically looking to use somebody or looking for somebody to treat them and take care of them and provide. I'm not looking for a child. I'm looking for partners, people that are on the same level. And I'm just realizing, when you keep having the same cycle, it's no longer them, it's me. It's something in me that keeps putting me in situations where I'm dealing with people that are essentially using me. So in this situation, this is what I mean by you got to start recognizing that you may be the problem. So for me, I'm recognizing that this is my problem. I am the problem. I keep putting myself in these situations. And the good thing is, in this time around, is that it's so early. That's one thing that I can say that therapy and counseling has helped me, is that I'm able to spot my own bullshit and the red flags in my own behaviors as well as in others earlier. So I don't have to waste months, years going through that situation anymore. So this is another situation where, once again, I put myself in a situation dealing with a person where it's like, this is what I mean by with social media. It's like, do people not realize that you end up exposing yourself? There's no more, oh, I didn't know that this was, you know what you're doing, right? So for me, I just know in the relationship department, I'm not interested in paying for you. Let's just go on and put it there. I'm so sick and tired of dealing with people that never have their own money. And it's always very convenient, right? Because when you're not with them, they have money. But the minute y'all are planning stuff out and y'all get to hook up and y'all get to connect and it's just you and them, all of a sudden, it's the arms of the angel, woe is me saga. They're broke, they're destitute, money's funny. But when you're not with them, they're on Snapchat and every other social media flexing. But then when y'all get to hang out, all of a sudden, oh, well, it's been hard for me and blah, blah, blah. And I just notice I'm always in these situations where I have to be the provider. I have to be the protector. It's just annoying. Like, first of all, I'm not with you. We're not dating. I'm not obligated to you. I don't have to pay for you every time we go out to eat, every time we do something. And the fact that you are comfortable with assuming that other people are supposed to be paying and providing for you 24/7 says a lot about you as a person. And if that's how you roll, by all means, that's how you roll. I can respect that. And at the same time, I'm exiting stage left. And the good thing about this is I didn't waste 7 months to figure this out. I didn't even waste 3 months to figure this out. I gave it 2 months and I got the hell on out. You feel me? Because I started seeing those red flags early. And it's like, how you tell yourself, and I have to stop doing this because I kept telling myself, well, give it time. You don't want to just automatically assume that this is how A, B, and C is, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I'm also looking at the age difference and everything. But I'm like, that's just it. This is why I don't like talking to people that's younger than me. Because again, the likelihood of them having their shit together is slim to none. So why even bother? So again, I have to slap my own wrist because that's on me for even wasting my own time in the beginning, in the get-go. I'm just not interested. Another thing that I've noticed, and again, it's always with the same demographic. You kind of have to be like this caretaker for them because they're always looking for emotional labor. I mean, every time you talk to this person, it is literally a woe is me saga. And it's every day. But in the meantime, are they asking how your day is going, if you're going through stuff? And it's weird to me because, once again, I never feel comfortable thinking that I could just come to somebody and dump all of my problems and issues onto them. Yet, people seem to always feel comfortable doing that with me. So I'm recognizing for self, I have to reinforce boundaries and start chucking up the deuces and saying, hey, this ain't that type of party. Now, the sex, as usual, the sex is always amazing. Because then you realize, well, the reason why it's amazing is that's the only thing that they're bringing to the table. They're not bringing anything else. And that's why the sex tends to be amazing, because let's just keep it a buck. Outside of sex, what am I getting out of this? Every time we hook up, I have to be sitting up paying for everything. Whether you're coming here or I'm going there. So again, how is this really and then 2, how am I coming to see you and still having to pay for everything? And then it's just the audacity. There is no communication on, hey, do you feel comfortable paying for this? Or is it okay if you pick this up? Or no, they're just grabbing and picking up what they want to pick up. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, they smoke up all your weed. You're paying for everything. They do little to nothing. So it becomes more and more apparent. Who has time? Who has time for any of it? And I'm just at that point where it's like, once again, Gio, you got to take your own advice and leave. And I am. And what I appreciate in this is, with me, is that I've spotted the red flags. I thought, let's not stereotype. Let's not, paint everyone with a broad brush. But it's like what Dr. Maya Angelou says. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. This person has done this a few times now, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't have time anymore, and I don't care. It just gets to that point where you just have to start being brutally selfish with yourself when it comes to other people, because other people will continue to take and take and take and use and use and use. And it's up to you. Slap your own wrist, be accountable, and hold yourself accountable. And then 2, be disciplined. Be disciplined. And that's what I'm working on, continuing to work on as we go into 2022. Like, can't do this anymore. You know, because I mean, it's just not fulfilling at all. And I'm so tired of being in these situations. So that's kind of where I'm at. And it's funny because this person was like, yeah, you want to hang out, such and such, you know, basically the first weekend of the new year. And I'm like, in my head, I had already told myself, I'm not interested. Because, like, again, I'm tired of spending money. Like, for what? I'm not with you. I'm not obligated to you. And it's just old and tiring. And again, it's boring. Because, again, you're doing the same thing. You're not happy. You're not fulfilled. And it just gets old and redundant after a while. So once we get to that stage, which that's where I'm at, you got to go. Clip, clip, snip, snip. And another thing is this, and I say this all the time. When people try to police what you say on social media, and a lot of this is just straight up gaslighting because they know that their behavior is shady. That's why, you know, the saying goes, a hit dog always hollers. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Of course, they get upset because they know that they're doing the very thing that you're talking about. And the discard is already here. Which is another reason why, and I know this is going to come off like, why are you like this? But this is why I do not believe in adding people that you're talking to on social media. Because for one, boundaries. I don't need to know everything that you're doing on social media. And then, if I have you on one social media, I don't need to be on every single social media page that you have. I don't, you know, so if we're on Twitter, for example, I don't need to be following you on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and all these other sites. It's just not that serious to me. Boundaries. And then people be sitting up trying to police what you say and do on social media. I don't have time for that. So, once again, this is looking like another exiting stage left moment. And I'm happy to do so. Because it's old. It's tiring. My needs aren't being met. And I got to go. And I don't feel bad about doing it. It's just, again, as you get older, a lot of the stuff that I used to allow to take place and would allow and be going through the same cycle over and over and over again, as I get older, oh no, you got to go, honey. No. It's old, and it really is. It's old and it's tiring, and I'm not interested. So this is definitely one of those self-reflection, self-accountability videos where, again, slap your own wrist, take accountability, make those changes, because you can't keep blaming everybody else for stuff that you're doing to yourself.